Hi, Mike.
It's Mike. Some people know me already. Excellent. We're so glad you guys are out here tonight. I don't think it matters, but this has been billed as an uncensored show, which means if there are people under the age of 18 in here for any reason, it's okay. Just
Fuck!
curse a little bit.
Fuck!
Keep that in mind.
We're done. We're done. I said it. We're done. All right.
What the fuck's he doing? So we can kind of loosen it up a little bit, have a little bit more fun. And plus, there's drinks right across the way. There's a bathroom right out this door. You go out this door to your left.
Drink, puke. Drink, puke.
Bathroom. We won't make too much fun of you if you leave in the middle of the show, but go and get something, have some fun. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. So, how many, real quick show of hands. Who has not seen one of our shows? Real quick show of hands. Shout out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. All right. Well, welcome to the 7 people we here, our 7 or 8 people. We welcome you. We thank you for being here. Let me give you a quick synopsis of what we do. We do improv comedy in the style of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Which means that everything on the stage is made up on the spot, off the top of our heads, one time only. You never see the same show twice because every audience is different and we get different suggestions. So, the way it works is I'm going to get suggestions from the audience. So, for example, from you guys over here, shout out your favorite vacation destination. That place is Virginia Beach, Bora Bora. Good. From this smattering of people, your favorite alcoholic beverage is
Tequila.
Corona, tequila. Straight? Yes.
Is there any other way?
I know, exactly.
Is there any other way?
Absent, yeah, absent.
Ooh, there's a man up.
29.
I need to know this person.
Well, I'm sitting on this side, Mike.
Sit behind them. Excellent. What tonight is he? I like this crowd already. All right. Good. So we're gonna take your suggestions. We're gonna play some games and scenes for y'all. About an hour, hour and 15, wherever kind of loosey-goosey thing. It's late. We're all adults. There's drinks, right? We can go as long as we want until they kick us out.
This is isn't this like a band where they should like bring drinks for the performers on
Agreed.
stage? I think they should buy drinks for the performers.
Like a round of shots for the
Exactly. Who's buying shots for the performers?
The drummer we are, the funner we are.
We think so.
The funner we think we are.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's get started by bringing up for now, just unscrew. These 6 talented improv comedians will be the ones entertaining you this evening. We have Roseanne. We're gonna get started with a game called We're gonna get off We're gonna get off and then we're gonna play a game.
Comedy.
3-3.
Premature comedy. I'm done. Thank you, folks. Good night. All right.
That's your own personal problem.
Don't raise your hand if I
I told you. How come you're spreading it around? Come on.
Objection.
We're gonna start with a game called Foxworthy. You guys have heard of Jeff Foxworthy? You might be a redneck if you guys all those jokes. We're going to Foxworthyize some professions and hobbies, which I'm going to get from you guys right now. So first of all, just shout it out. Professions, things you do for a living, odd or better. Chiropractor. Chiropractor. I heard librarian. Pimp. It's uncensored, my friend. Let it rip.
Home decorator.
What was that back here?
Home decorator.
Ooh, home decorator. Beekeeper. What was that back here?
Social worker.
Social worker. Okay.
Massage therapist.
Social worker. Massage therapist.
That's the same thing.
All right. We'll stop with that. Then we have some hobbies. Things you do for fun.
Collect buttons.
Writing it down.
Oh, they're sort of like hash marks.
Butterflies.
Arson.
For fun. Sure, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Streaking. Oh, streaking. Excellent. We've never had streaking, and that is a hobby, I think. One more. Wow. Candle making. We like it. All right. So what will happen is I'm going to read off these in no particular order or fashion, and as I read them off, the players will step forward and Foxworthy-ize these things for you. So we'll start with something moderate. Chiropractor. Chiropractor.
If you played step on a crack, break your mother's back too much as a kid and now you're making up for it, you might be a chiropractor.
If you hear one more joke about wisecracks, somebody's gonna die. You might be a chiropractor.
If everybody at the University of Phoenix loves you, you may be a chiropractor.
If you really know the secret of what position this person was in last night, if you know what I mean, you might be a chiropractor.
If you like to get on top of people and get paid a lot of money.
Librarian. Okay, how about
Just a second.
Go ahead.
If you're really good at dusting off books, you might be a librarian.
If everybody thinks you're really dull and boring, but you know where the good books are, you might be a librarian.
If everyone wants to date you because they saw this video online,
If you can whip your hair out of a ponytail and your glasses off at the same time.
that's the video I'm talking about.
If you know about this video, you have too much time on your hands and shouldn't go to the library.
If you understand the Dewey Decimal System, you might be a librarian.
If playing in the stacks has a really weird meaning for you, you might be a librarian.
If no one comes to see you anymore because of the internet, you might be a librarian.
If you can do anything you want and still keep really, really quiet, you might be a librarian.
Never been married.
If you have records of everybody who's checked out 50 Shades of Grey,
How about pimp?
If you're really good friends with a librarian,
If all of your jackets have lapels that are at least this
If you pay a lot of money for chiropractic.
if you know Mike really, really well, you might
If your chiropractic appointments have a happy ending, you might be.
if you work with hose and you're not a gardener,
If you just can't give up that 89 Cadillac, you might
And if you think there's no such thing as too much blame, you might be.
Beekeeper. Because I can't read whatever I wrote after pimp. Beekeeper.
If you and the librarian had a little fling in the stacks, you might be a beekeeper.
If you smoke and not tobacco.
If you have kind of a weird thing for hats and veils, you might be a beekeeper.
If your spouse has a long honey-do list,
No encourager.
if you're extremely familiar with pollination, you may be, if you know what I mean. You may be a beekeeper. If you like playing with your stem and pistil, you know. Thank you, Eric.
Home decorator. Home decorator. That's what I couldn't read. I thought I said ham desserts. I wrote down home decorator, and I wrote it so poorly I thought I wrote down ham desserts.
If 50 Shades of Grey has a whole different meaning for you, you may be a home decorator.
if I will never be able to afford you, you might be a home decorator.
If you serve ham desserts, you are not Jewish.
If you on average are not heterosexual, you may be a home decorator.
If shag has a non-sexual meaning to you.
Go ahead.
If you couldn't make it as a pimp, you might be a
How about massage therapist?
Happy endings, there I'm done. Massage therapist.
If you aren't a chiropractor and still get on top of people, you might be a massage therapist.
If you know exactly what position they were in last night, you're not going to tell them, you might be a massage therapist.
If you insist constantly you do not need a pimp, you may be a
If you know how to ignore an erection,
If you do more sets of sheets in the Partridge Family,
If you had more sets of sheep than the pimp, you might.
How about button collector? Yeah.
If every time you talk about your hobby, people start to sort of thrift, you might be a button collector.
If you don't have it together enough to be a scrapbooker, you might
if you don't have it together enough to collect zippers and Velcro,
If you follow the pimp around picking up the ones that get dropped, you might be a button collector.
if you know all versions of 501 jeans by heart, you might be a button collector. Wow.
If 50 Shades of Grey has a really boring meaning to you, you might be a button collector.
How about arsonist? Let's try that. Arsonist.
If your parents allowed and encouraged you to play with matches, you might be an arsonist.
If the pimp, the chiropractor, and the librarian are all really afraid of you, you might be an arsonist.
If rubbing two sticks together is going old school, you might be an arsonist. Thank you.
If you know a guy that can get things done, you might be a narcissist.
if you really like trees, oh, that's arborist.
If your historic hero is Nero, you might be a arsonist. Oh, they've got an education.
If flaming has a